Hey beautiful beings, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. Hello new subscribers, hello returning subscribers. I send you so much love. Welcome to this special reading. Today I wanted to give you lots of options and very short, quick and inspiring messages. I'm really tapping into the current Venus in Gemini, new moon in Cancer energy, and I want to give you some quick lowdown on why is the universe challenging you? Why is life being difficult at the moment? What does Spirit want you to know during this period? Because I've been feeling that the collective is very heavy. There are a lot of things ending and a lot of new things beginning. And I think it's really important to know deep down to the bare bones, why is it that life is so challenging at the moment? If it is, if it's not, then why are you here? You should be at the pool enjoying a mojito and having fun in the sun. Okay, guys, so you have today a choice between 14 different crystals. Each option will get one tarot card and one affirmation card. And I also have here a bag with a note, a very quick, clear message on why is the universe testing you. So feel free to pause the video right now to explore each of these 14 options. I would go by number. I would go by following my gut rather than choosing the color of the stone. But feel free to approach this choice however you see fit. It's always good to trust your intuition. Okay, feel free to choose as well more than one option. There might be several additional messages because, as you guys know, we are working on 7 different areas at the same time in our lives. Okay, so without further ado, I am just going to move on to the first option. Hey, group 1, this is this white snowflake obsidian. So let's find out. I pre-shuffled your cards. We can just go straight into it. We have here the Page of Pentacles for you. And your affirmation is, when I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. Feel free to pause the video and reflect on this affirmation. And now I am going to pull one message from this tiny bag for you. There we go. So, why is the universe testing you? Oh, you are paying back an energetic debt. My dear white snowflake obsidian pile, I feel that at the moment you are caught up in, well, a karmic cycle or in a karmic relationship, in a karmic situation. You might have taken more than you have given in a previous lifetime. And at the moment you have encountered a situation where you have to relate to someone and you have to give more than you receive. Know that whatever is happening at the moment, although your logical mind is saying this is not fair, why am I being depleted of energy? Just keep in mind that you are repaying a very old debt, something that you've been carrying forward from a past life. With the Page of Coins here, I do see that you are learning primarily how to develop a very sound work ethic. So keep at it. Earth energy, coins energy is about perseverance, endurance, showing up every day, and in a way, kind of demonstrating stability or creating stability by demonstrating this inner force, this unmovable quality. So you're just in a page energy, not a king or a knight. You are just kind of coming to terms with this new energy. You might need to spend more money at the moment than you are getting back. But don't worry, because there will come a time when after the energetic debt has been cleared, you will start earning all of the resources and the money that in a way match up your value, but also will help you live a much more prosperous life filled with pleasure and with satisfaction. So that was the message that I had for you. Group 1, I'm moving on to Group 2. This is the Plum, aventurine. So let's find out. We have here the Hanged Man, and I'm in awe of the magnificent guidance that's available to me. again, feel free to pause this video and just reflect on this affirmation. And let's find out your message. Okay, so why are you being challenged by life at the moment? To get you to decide what you want. Oh my goodness, this fits so well. Wow, this is great. This fits so well with the Hanged Man. So I think at the moment you either were pressed by circumstances in a situation where you've removed social distractions, you've isolated yourself, you're potentially being kept on hold. And this is happening because you need to shift your perspective. You see how the Hanged Man just tied a rope on a tree and hanged himself in order to achieve illumination, to see life from a completely different perspective. So whatever you are going through at the moment, universe, the life, the spirit is challenging you because you need to shift the way you see your reality. Some of you have been quite pessimistic, and it's really important to shift that mindset. You need to get back into being grateful, into being positive, and into understanding that whatever is happening to you could potentially be a blessing in disguise and not a curse or an obstacle. So keep in mind that there is a certain form of wonder at being alive, at experiencing the act of living. Get back to the basics and rediscover that childlike joy in your life. And I think that this kind of new mindset, once you've shifted it, once you've come out of your hanged position, will help you push things forward, or things are just going to be pushed forward by themselves once you've mastered this lesson. So that was the message that I had for you, pile 2. Short and sweet. Okay, pile 3. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Sodalite crystal. Let's see what cards you have. Okay, the Hermit. And your affirmation is: when I merge my desire with faith, I can take action from a place of peace rather than control. You can pause the video and reflect on this affirmation. Okay, I'm already getting something here, but let's see what message we have. So, let's see, why is life challenging you? Pile 3. To create, your audience is waiting. Wow, okay, so a lot of you could be having some sort of writer's block, maybe a creative impasse. You've reached a limitation, and the only way to go forward is similar to pile number 2. You might want to watch that as well. Make a decision, but in order to make a decision how to proceed forward, you need to eliminate distractions around you. You need to go within. You need to maybe even lock yourself up for a week or 2 and just steadfastly work on your goal, manifest it, make it come into being, no matter how difficult it is, how sick you feel when you look at that blank piece of paper. Work at shaping, at placing some words onto it, at, crafting sentences. I do feel for a lot of you this is a writing project, and I can resonate fully with you. I'm also struggling with writing my second book. So if you guys have to write a report, write a project, write your dissertation, write your PhD thesis, whatever it is that you need to write, or even write an email to somebody that you don't want to have a conversation with, take some time, go within, and pay close attention to details. Hermit energy is Virgo energy. So the more detail oriented you are, the better the outcome is going to be. You need to pull your desires in rain at the moment. You need to master them very well. So take deep breaths in, settle down, focus on your creation, and even if it makes you sick, try to overcome that feeling and just know that you are good enough. Control the environment, pay attention to the details, and watch day by day as your creation is coming to life. And you will be happy and super glad that you actually invested all this time and energy into creating this piece of art or this creative project, or that you have undertaken this communicative endeavor, because people are generally waiting for you to give them something, to share something with them, to communicate with them. So yeah, go ahead, okay? Take charge. The Hermit is waiting. that was the message that I had for you, pile number 3. If my camera could only focus. Okay, we have here turquoise. So, hello turquoise pile. Let's find out what cards you have. We have here the Ace of Swords. And, oh, beautiful. As soon as I choose to see the light in the dark corners, I redirect my power toward what I want. Oh, wow. This is already giving me such a beautiful, deep feeling of calm. So let's find out, why is life challenging you? To help you not take yourself so seriously. Oh, okay. I feel like a lot of you have been quite harsh on yourselves, you know. Maybe your inner critic has been working overtime in your life at the moment. So this is why we have here the Ace of Swords. You need to find a different way of talking to yourself, of thinking about yourself. I feel like the way in which you've been communicating both to yourself and to others, because to a certain extent how we talk to others reflects our relationship to ourselves, has been, you know, a bit antiquated. You've been gathering algae or like all sorts of fungus or kind of vegetation around your crown. You need to shake it off. You need to clean your crown and think differently about your life, your values, your circumstances, and your relationships to the people around you. I see that at least there will be 6 different opportunities coming up in your path at the moment to help you to kind of get out of your mind and be a bit more lighthearted. Now, 6 different opportunities. Try not to think of something humongous or really big. It could just be that maybe, you know, you might have a conversation with somebody at the grocery store in your neighborhood or at the post office, or maybe just a DM, you know, with someone. It could be anything, but I do see here that it's really, really important to start taking other people more seriously, but take yourself less seriously. You know, that old saying. So it's really important to understand that life is not meant to just be lived with hardship and survived and endured. Life is also meant to be enjoyed. You can go and have fun. As soon as you see the light in dark corners, you gain more power. And I think that the universe is encouraging you right now, also with the turquoise stone, because you did choose the turquoise, to just have a little fun. Just relax a little bit. Maybe watch a sitcom, binge on a sitcom. If you have a couple of days off or a weekend, try to just introduce some levity into your life and watch how your life improves for the better. Okay, so this is why life has been challenging you. Okay, so I think we are at number 5, if I'm not mistaken. There are so many options, guys, so okay, it's the first time I'm doing something like this. So let's find out what you have here, Blue Lace Agate crew. We have the King of Swords. And I am kind and loving towards others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feeling emotions. Feel free to stop the video and just reflect on this affirmation if you need it. We are manifesting new energy with this new moon in Cancer. So let's find out, why is life challenging you? Oh, to grow. Okay. So I think like a lot of you, how should I put this in a very kind way? You guys could be dealing with some sort of immaturity. Yeah, I do feel that potentially this could be on an emotional level, and it's really, really important at the moment to try to master the way in which you think, the way in which you express yourself and how you communicate. The King of Swords is a very elegant, polite strategist. This is a person that plans carefully what are they going to say and how are they going to say it to achieve the desired results. This is a person that mends broken bridges, especially through how they speak, but is also able to clearly express their truth in a diplomatic way. So I think that a lot of you are actually expressing more than you have done in the past, and you're learning how to say the truth in a diplomatic way. And this is your growth point at the moment. You are stepping out of your communicative comfort zone and you're entering into your analytical growth zone. You are realizing that your words have power, and the ways in which you are using them is setting some very healthy and clear boundaries that help you be more loving and more energetic, and it also helps other people give you the love and the respect that you deserve. So learning how to speak properly, how to express yourself honestly yet politely, is creating these beautiful boundaries in your life that have a very nourishing and protective effect on your identity. You should teach me how to speak as well, because apparently I'm kind of stumbling with the energy at the moment. But I hope this helped. This is a very short, clear, and sweet message. Life is challenging you at the moment, Blue Lace Agate crew, because you are supposed to grow. And I see that this growth is especially in your mindset, in your communicative area, and in the ways in which you manage to make the truth come out of you, in the ways in which you are maybe becoming more honest with yourself and with other people in your life. So that was the message I had for you. Okay, Yellow Jasper crew, hello, welcome to your reading. So this is going to be short and sweet. You have the 10 of Swords. Wow, this is such a dramatic card. And your affirmation is, I let the universe catch up with my dreams. Feel free to pause the video so you can take this affirmation in, or maybe even meditate on it. So wow, drama has been happening in your life, and I think you just want to completely let go of everything. Let's find out what your note says as well. So why is the universe challenging you? To reflect on your actions. Okay, I'm getting that some of you were impulsive. In the past, you might have had like a very trigger-happy reaction to things. But at the moment, life has put you on a sort of, referee bench. It's kind of like you need to understand that your actions have consequences, and potentially what you have done in your life at the moment in this period has backfired, and it backfired onto you, and it kind of caused you this dramatic moment of feeling like you have been betrayed and stabbed in the back by 10 swords. Keep in mind that this is a very drama llama card. I mean, you only need 1 or 2 swords, maybe, maximum, to kill somebody. But this individual has 10 swords in their back. This is a lot about not only having some sort of dramatic action being turned onto you and suffering the negative consequences of this, but I think in your mind, you're also blowing things out of proportion. And this is in no way judging you. I'm just saying that you need to be careful about turning a mountain out of a molehill. And the less dramatic you are in this period, the more at peace you will find yourself, and the more you will feel inspired and energized by what is happening in your life. So I think you are safe to just let go of the current situations that you're experiencing in your life, especially if they're making you feel like this, like you're depleted of energy, like what's the point? And just allow the universe to catch up with your dreams. Just return to your dreams. I think some of you would really benefit from an infusion of idealism in your life. Maybe you've been too pragmatic in your actions. It's really, really important to take some time and reflect on what it is you're doing and how you're doing it and why you're doing certain things. Is it to please others? Is it to please yourself? Are you having success? Why? Are you encountering some obstacles? Why? So take a very analytical approach to everything that has happened in your past, and please include yourself in that analysis, not only what other people have done to you, but also how you have contributed to how a situation might have fallen apart or led to conflict. This is not easy to do. I know our egos are going to try to just block whatever negativity is coming from other people. But keep in mind that your actions can harm other people, not only yourself, okay? And to remove yourself from this 10 of Swords energy, you need to just allow things to flow rather than to grab hold and act immediately. Think now, act later. This seems to be the message that the universe wants to convey to you in this period. So that was what I had for you, Yellow Jasper. Okay, guys, so I think we're at option 6 or 7, if I'm not mistaken. This is Amazonite. Let's find out what messages you got. Okay, so we have here the 4 of Wands, and believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming even when I can't yet see the result. Feel free to pause the video and reflect on this affirmation. Okay, you guys have a very light energy, so let's find out, why is life challenging you at the moment? Oof, this life. Okay, to stop letting your ego lead. Ooh, interesting. I think that this applies primarily to a romantic situation. We do have the 4 of Wands here. I feel like you want to build on the foundations of your heart, of your spirit, but there's your ego getting in the way. Maybe you get easily offended, or maybe you're quite sensitive. You know, when a person says something, you tend to see too much into it. You know, you tend to, instead of just taking it in your stride and saying, okay, fine, you're allowed to have a different opinion than me, you might take it too personally. Okay, a lot of you could be moon in Cancers. So I think that potentially it's really important to reflect on the fact that with spiritual guidance, you'll be able to navigate whatever blows to your ego you might experience in your personal relationships at the moment. Just keep in mind that whatever hurts us is just a trigger to help us figure out, where do we need to accept ourselves even more? Where do we need to even accept the other person in front of us? Because to some extent, the relationships in our life are mirroring things that our unconscious is projecting onto the external reality. So there is this back and forth loop where other people come into our lives to show us some shadow parts of ourselves, and then we do the same in their lives. So this is why relationships could be quite difficult, because we tend to trigger all sorts of ego wounds in each other. But keep in mind that your ego, which is this created persona, this public mask, that is related to status and how much we earn and achieve and all the accolades and the titles we acquire in life, and this idea that we know very clearly who it is we are. This part of ourselves is just one aspect of who it is you are. You also have the deep self, and the deep self is that childlike, soul-based energy around you. This is who you are at the deep, deep core of yourself, if there is such a thing as a core. And I think that yourself is really trying to say, hey, let me out. I want to experience life more with this childlike joy and wonder and innocence that, you know, I used to infuse you with when you were a kid and you were just having fun and you were learning about life and other people through play. And I think maybe you build a far too stronger ego. You kind of demand authority and respect, and you get really upset if people don't actually play into that. But keep in mind that in order to make your life less conflict-based, all you need to do is let go a little bit of this need to monitor how other people relate to you. Just accept people for who they are, and maybe this is a very beautiful lesson in accepting yourself for who it is you really are. We all have qualities and defects, and you are special and lovable because of that. That's what makes you human. If you try to pretend like you have no defects, then you're just building and pouring a lot of energy into your shadow self, and this will only lead to more conflict. So allow spirit to guide you, and take each blow to your ego in your stride as just a lesson to help you connect more with your soul. Okay? So this is the message that I had for you, Amazonite crew. Okay, we're moving on right now to Red Jasper. Hello, welcome to your reading. So, what is your tarot card? This is the Queen of Cups. Okay, really good, kind, beautiful energy. And wow, I accept that good things come easily. I am a super attractor. Feel free to pause the video and reflect on this affirmation. Okay, let me take a sip of my coffee. And let's find out what your note is. So why is life challenging our red Jasper crew? To manifest a better life. Wow, okay. Okay, oh, I think I know what this is about. It's coming to me very clearly right now. So a lot of you have been suffering with low self-esteem. You're a very kind, you're a very giving and compassionate person, potentially an empath. You could be having some sort of spiritual gifts that you're keeping hidden away from the prying eyes of the world. But I think that you've been suffering with this low self-esteem issue. And maybe you've been attracting some partners that were, you know, a bit disrespectful, if not downright abusive. And even at work, maybe people have been taking advantage of you because they see you as very kind and very nurturing. And it's awful that people would do something like this, especially when all you're doing is being kind and permissive and accepting. But I think it's really important right now to not take in other people's negativity, because as an empath, I feel that you might have done this with the Queen of Cups. You know, this is about being very kind, but also taking other people's negativity, absorbing it into your own body. And it could have led to some sort of issues with how you eat, how you relate to your body, your energy levels. So be very clear on your boundaries. And if you've been feeling quite pessimistic, just keep in mind that this could be because you have been taking other people's emotions into your own aura, into your own emotional space, and literally into your body, because somatic problems happen when we absorb other people's negative emotions and then we tend to act out. We overeat or we self-soothe our emotions with maybe drinking or smoking or doing drugs. So be very mindful of that, okay? Try to understand which ones are your emotions and which emotions you have just absorbed from maybe listening to friends that complain a lot, maybe lending your ear in support of a person that's been going through something difficult. So if you've been encountering pessimism in your life, it's really, really important to understand that good things come easily to you. You don't have to suffer so much. You don't have to put yourself in this situation where all you do is heal other people's wounds or absorb their negative emotions to transmute them. You can manifest a better life for yourself, but I think it's really important. As I said earlier, I'm getting the strong feeling that, you know, there needs to be like almost like an energetic grid around you, like a little bit of a fence to protect you from everything that you absorb from your environment. And even the fact that you're becoming more aware of the fact that you're an empath and you're absorbing other people's emotions, that's already a boundary, because you're realizing that you're doing this and you're better able to control this behavior in your life. You don't do it unconsciously anymore. So it's very important to protect yourself, to manifest a better life. My dear loving Queen of Cups, Red Jasper crew, understand that you are very absorbent of everything that happens in your environment and that you need to protect your energy. And in this way, you can attract better positive things and manifest a better life. And yeah, maybe create even better relationships, ones in which you experience joy and you don't only process other people's negative feelings, okay? That was the message that I had for you, my Red Jasper crew. Okay, Fluorite, hello. Getting a very sprinty kind of energy from you. So let's see what cards you got. We have here, ooh, ouch, I spoke too soon. The Nine of Swords and my greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force, they come through freedom. I had them for a moment, I was like, my greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force, they come through freedom. Feel free to pause the video and reflect on this affirmation. I feel like you guys are going through a very massive sacral chakra healing. So let's find out, why is life challenging you at the moment? To learn to just let go or let it go. Wow, okay. That's why you've been having some sleepless nights, some worries and anxieties. I think you've been really trying to manifest something, a lover, an apology, a new job, a relocation, but you might have been pushing in the wrong direction. And what I mean by wrong direction, potentially what you want, what you desire, it's not really leading you on your soul's path. It could be something that you want to be bound to karmically because you've been very accustomed to that particular form of relationship, to that particular location, to living in that space and in that environment. I feel a lot of you are reluctant to leave home and your family or your parents, but I think that life is kind of like nudging you away from whatever it is that you want to see happen in your life, and you are better off just going with this flow, just allowing life to nudge you on your soul's path. And yes, it might feel uncomfortable for a lot of you to go and follow your soul's path, but this is what you're here to karmically master, to learn from, and to achieve in this lifetime at a soul level, not at a mental level. Swords energy is about the mind, and the Nine of Swords is a lot about this prison of hurt that is created by our thoughts. So don't resist the changes that are happening in your life. Go with the flow and try not to overthink, because overthinking it will only make you suffer and amplify the pain of this process that you're undergoing at the moment, okay? Don't worry, things are going to be okay. All you need to do is cooperate a little bit with these changes and don't be so afraid of them, okay? Because you're only going to manifest augmented fear, and we don't want that, right? So I think many of you are undergoing a spiritual awakening, and you might be thinking, what is happening? I'm losing my mind. But know that during a spiritual awakening, the most important trigger that happens, the first step, is that you are experiencing an overwhelming amount of emotions that have been repressed and pent up, and they're finally rising to the surface of your consciousness. So your emotions are trying to meet your mind, and your mind might be going overboard because you're not accustomed to feel emotions. So when all of them all of a sudden spring up, you need to be able to not control them, not make sense of what they all mean, but just feel them. Let go. And I think let go of control, let go of that relationship, let go of that particular work endeavor. If you've been pushing too far in a direction and nothing is coming out of it, then learn to let it go, because that is not meant to happen. That is not meant to manifest. You will experience such a sense of relief and a greater capacity for freedom. You'll finally feel free in time if you allow yourself to just let go of this burden, okay? Don't keep yourself shackled by the prison of your mind. Just flow, my dear Fluorite group, and watch how wonders are going to manifest in your life. Okay, so that was the message that I had for you. I wish you so much luck. Okay, we have here Angelite. And these are your kite. I wanted to say kite, but yeah, look at this, the tower. These are your cards. Maybe you might be flying a kite very soon. Metaphorically speaking, you could be leaving a situation. We do know that these two people might require a parachute as they're basically being flung out by the explosion of the tower. So really, a big change is on its way. Your affirmation is, I can decide today to recalibrate my energy and commit to love and joy. Feel free to pause this video and reflect on this affirmation. We are manifesting the new moon in Cancer energies at the moment. So this is a lot about having a pessimistic mindset, being overwhelmed by fear. And I think at the moment, what might be happening in your life is meant to help you shake that fear off. It's like no more fear, because fear kills the love and joy that is about to pour into your life. So let's see, why is the universe challenging you? To get you to feel. Oh, and I know I'm laughing and I don't want to be like mean or sarcastic, because I do feel for a lot of you, feeling is a full-time job. Feeling is difficult. It's not comfortable. Maybe you grew up in an environment, in a culture, in a religious background that was a lot about repression rather than expression. So you could be terrified of the idea of feeling, but there's no way back with the Tower. This is about sudden, unexpected, dramatic change. And in this case, it's not about your home exploding, God forbid, you know, or any external circumstances changing. It's about your heart opening up, imploding with love. I feel that for a lot of you, you have feelings for someone and you haven't told them how you feel. Or you've been single most of your life, if not your entire life, and you are done with repressing yourself. You are done with repressing your sexuality, repressing your emotions. You want to experience love. You want to give in and give up and surrender to joy. And I'm so happy to let you know that this energy is now available to you. The universe has been challenging you because it wants you to feel. There is no other way to move forward but to dive deeply into your feelings. Allow yourself to have a good, ugly cry. Allow yourself to express your love for someone. Follow the path of that creative sexual energy, whatever feeling it is that you're having, even anger. You might have been repressing a lot of anger because there were injustices happening in your life. You need to express this. You need to feel it and express it. Now, be careful with anger and, other strong negative emotions. Be careful that you release them step by step. Don't go all in all of a sudden, because you might hurt yourself and hurt others, okay? So I would never advise you to just act on intense anger. But you need to find a way to release it slowly, to open that reservoir of deep feelings that lies within you and just burst through the darkness, because your lack of feeling or your incapacity to feel or your inability to open up and express yourself, because I feel for a lot of you this is related to fears and ego traps regarding the role of emotions in your life. So the moment you manage to overcome and master this limiting belief about what emotions are and what their role is in your life, you will actually not only experience this beautiful sense of relief when you open yourself up emotionally, but you're going to allow even negative feelings to pop up, even optimistic feelings to pop up. And eventually, I think this will lead you to self-acceptance, a feeling of you're more flexible, you're more relaxed, even more warmth in your bodies. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been very cold and very kind of locked up and tense. But the moment you actually allow yourself to feel and express yourself from the heart in your relationships, that's going to be the moment when magic is going to happen in your life, okay? So maybe do this with a friend. Maybe do this around somebody that you feel that is safe to do so. Some of you might do this with a counselor. Whichever person you decide to trust with your feelings, now is the time to genuinely open up and start feeling. There is no way going backwards with the Tower. It's only moving forward on the path that you have to follow in this lifetime. And that path is one about emotions, feeling, giving into them. Okay, so that was my message for you, Angelite crew. We have here Rutilated Quartz. Hello. Welcome to your reading. So let's find out which cards you got. We have the Knight of Pentacles and Appreciation dissolves all blocks to the presence of my superattractor power. Feel free to pause this video and reflect on this card. Okay. Sorry that the room went so dark. I think there's a storm preparing to take place again. Okay, so let's find out. Why has life been challenging you? Oh, wow, this fits so well with the Knight of Pentacles. So life has been challenging you because it's teaching you delayed gratifications. Oh, my Rutilated Quartz crew. Patience, 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 right? I think that this whole year, 2020, with the pandemic, with the social distancing, has been teaching you how to rein it in, how to be more patient, how to rest. I feel for a lot of you, it's like breathing a sigh of relief and rest, and understand that a job well done takes time, effort, and patience, and your everyday presence, basically. So we do have here the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight in the deck, but whatever the Knight of Pentacles creates, whatever new adventure he opens up to, is going to be long lasting. Okay, so this is a knight that takes its time, does not gallop crazily towards his castle, but rather takes a steady approach. He doesn't want to tire the horse. He doesn't want to break into a nasty sweat, because then his armor is going to feel rusty and moldy and uncomfortable. This is a guy that puts quality over quantity and a slow pace over any rushed and fickle or poorly made approach. You are building something at the moment, and these new foundations that you are laying require your utmost patience, commitment, and dedication. So you might need to buckle down. And I know life might not be so fun, it might not be so passionate at the moment, but know that in time you will look back at whatever it is that you're working on. It could be a relationship, it could be a work project. It could even be literally the material foundations of your life. So purchasing a home or literally building it. And understand that you are being blessed at the moment with this, kind of slowing down of the cogs. I kind of feel like there was this machine that was speeding very fast, and all of a sudden somebody threw a wrench in the machine, and now it's kind of like it's pushing. The cogs are pushing very steadily towards their movement, but this is meant to happen for your greater good. And any moments of heaviness that you might be experiencing at the moment and frustration at why are things so slow, just come back into a space of appreciating the fact that the universe is giving you kind of like a really nice, it's giving you the space and the time to figure out what it is you want and to generally work at creating it, at manifesting it. And don't worry, fun times, quick times, times where you will get to experience passion will come in your life. It's just that at the moment in this period, you are learning delayed gratification and how beautiful it feels when you keep fantasizing or keep wanting and wishing something. And oh, wow, how yummy it is to enjoy it when it literally appears into your life. Okay? So, we have now the Tiger's Eye crew. I want to say group and crew at the same time. Don't know what's happening. Venus and Gemini energy is kind of like, meow. Whoa, okay, good that I introduced the humorous element, because this is heavy business we're dealing with here. The Three of Swords. And your affirmation is, each time I choose to tune into spirit, guidance of the highest truth shows up for me. Oh, feel free to pause the video and just focus on this affirmation. You guys are being spiritualized, but I think that this is happening through a lot of pain. So let's find out, why has life been challenging you lately? Oh, to heal. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm trying not to burn my bag. Maybe you're trying to do the same, trying not to burn yourself anymore. You are literally trying to mend your broken heart. Oh, my lovely Tiger's Eye crew, you are so brave. I think a lot of you have been dealing with many difficult situations. It's more than one, potentially even three. Maybe challenges from your parents, challenges at work, challenges in your love relationship. Just understand that spirit is by your side, taking you in its warm, loving embrace, loving you, showing you the truth so that you could be able to stand up for yourself in this period and to let people know that, hey, you cannot treat me like this, okay? This is really, really important to know at the moment, that any difficulty, any heartache, any sorrow is literally just meant to help you heal. And I think you're healing. Sorry about that. I feel like, yeah, throat chakra, there are some arguments and conflicts, verbal conflicts especially, with people from your childhood, with people from the past, people that you've been having long-term relationships with. And it's painful. I can feel your pain. You might feel like you have this dark gray cloud on top of your head and you've been carrying it for a while other people are experiencing love and joy and have happy and healthy families. You're like over there alone on a bench in a park with a gray cloud over you, and it keeps raining underneath your cloud. But the rain is meant to wash the pain away. It's meant to cleanse you. You are more energetically purified than other people in this period. Your aura is shifting. I feel that the colors around you are changing. And this is because you are kind of leveling up. You are developing a stronger connection to spirit. I feel like you have a lot of ancestors and angels guarding you at this moment. So feel free to tune into them if you feel that you are at your wit's end. Please don't give up. Just rest. If everything is too overwhelming, rest. Do something fun, something pleasurable to you, something that puts you back into your body and reminds you that you are in control of yourself. You might not be in control of other people, but you are in control of your body, and you can choose today to do something that pleases you. When other people might be challenging you, you can, come back into yourself, be grounded and centered, and do something pleasurable that reminds you or reaffirms how beautiful life is. You are healing, my dear. Every trigger, every hurt, every upset, it's just making you patch yourself back up and become more whole. You're purified in this period. And just know that when people hurt you or when they say hurtful things towards you, they're basically talking to their wounded inner child. They're not talking to you. It's almost like they're projecting their hurts and their worries onto you. So this process works that they are trying to heal their inner wounded child by projecting a lot of things onto you, but you are also, through these triggers, mending your broken heart where there were once slices and cuts and bruises in the walls of your heart. Now your heart is being sealed back up and it's able to pump blood into your body more fiercely, more strongly, more powerfully. Exercise really helps in this period. So take up a sport. It can be any types of sports, okay? Land-based sports, water-based sports, ballet, dance. I feel like movement is really gonna help you sweat all the tension and all the pain out of your body if you've been finding it hard to cry, or if you've been crying too much and you don't have any energy left. It's really important to take a good night's rest and then maybe find a way to move your body, okay? Even taking a walk in your neighborhood, in the park, can be deeply healing and replenishing. I wish you so much love, okay? So, Okay, we have here the black snowflake obsidian. So let's find out which cards you have. You have the Two of Pentacles. And your affirmation is, when I truly surrender my desires to the universe, a mighty force of faith can set in. Feel free to pause the video just to take in this affirmation. Surrendering desires. We've had a lot of that going on today. So let's find out, why has life been challenging you lately? Whoa, to forgive. Well, I do think, personally, from my experience, forgiveness is one of the hardest things to do. And it's, I think, kind of like the final exam, or one of the many exams on our spiritual paths. It's difficult, I know. It looks as if you've been juggling two different things at the same time. And at one point, you do see how he is getting a little bit tired. At one point, you're going to have to drop one. And you're going to have to make a tough decision. And you're going to have to forgive yourself for that decision that you're about to make. But it's really, really important as well to forgive people in your life that have been harming you. Maybe forgive the person that's been placing all these burdens onto you. A lot of you have been very accustomed to taking responsibilities onto you from a very early age. And this kind of sapped your capacity to enjoy life, to think that it is something pleasurable, to manifest positivity into your life. And I think that you've reached a boiling point at the moment where, you know, something has got to give. One of the coins has to drop, and you're going to break out of this infinite loop. It's almost like Bill Murray in Groundhog Day. You need to forgive yourself and other people. You need to come back to your inner kindness and love and drop one of the coins, break the loop, and just commit and dedicate yourself to the one option, one path, one person, one work career or professional path. You've been doing too much, basically. It's untenable anymore. And it's really important to understand that this surrender is not going to be seen as a weakness. Maybe some people that are, mean or that just want to see only the worst in you might think like this, but you don't want those people in your life anyway, right? So just know that if you surrender whatever strong desires you had of wanting it all, of wanting to have many different options, it's really important to understand that, you know, the situation can't proceed forward in the same way it has. One option has to drop and the other one has to be, you have to recommit to it, basically. The other one has to be reinforced, regrounded, reestablished. And this surrender is not going to be a weakness. It's going to be actually making you feel stronger than you have been feeling in a very, very long time. So, yeah, forgiveness, right? Forgiveness is basically about self-love. It's realizing that you are choosing to let go of a conflict. You're choosing to be the bigger person, to stop arguing, to stop acting, to pour your energy into a person that's been toxic and it's been wanting you to have this conflict with them. Just because you understand that for you, peace of mind is really, really important. Not for the other person. You're not doing the other person a favor by forgiving them. But you are just saying, you know what, for now, I'm going to let this rest. And this now could actually take a whole lifetime. But you are putting forth and you're prioritizing your own peace of mind over this karmic conflict that you can't see your way out of. And you can't see your way out of because you just need to let it go. You just need to surrender it. Choose one of these two options. It's not going to make your life less interesting. It's not gonna it's not gonna lead you down a boring path. If you make the right decision based on the kindness and the love in your heart, and if you choose the option that best suits you, then you will have a really prosperous and beautiful life. You will experience this blow of strength. I kind of feel like this strong gale, this wind blowing freshly into your life, new energy coming in. But you do need to surrender. You do need to forgive yourself for making this choice and for having to leave one person behind. And just starting off, recommitting to a path and watching it bloom. That was the message I had for you. Okay. And finally, we have Carnelian. Hey guys, welcome to your reading. So, let's find out. You have the Page of Swords. Your affirmation is, feeling good will bring me far more than whatever I thought I needed. Wow. Feel free to pause the video. Just reflect on this affirmation to manifest something great with the new moon in Cancer. And yeah, you got the last note. So let's find out, why has life been challenging you? And we have here, to claim your power back. I think this connects very well to the previous pile that got forgiveness. Feel free to watch that as well. So feeling good. A lot of you have had to entertain chaos addicts or energetic vampires around you. Feel free to Google those terms if you don't know what they mean. But it's basically people that have been creating a lot of drama in your life unnecessarily. People that have been leeching onto your energy and trying to take things away from you. You've been very good at establishing boundaries though. I do feel like you've been, you know what? I'm putting my foot ground and I'm not going to let you trample over me. But it's kind of like you are not that confident that you've been doing the right thing. And I'm here to just let you know, this is mostly like a confirmation rather than a prediction, if you want to call it like that. I'm here to let you know that you've been doing a great job and the universe has been challenging you exactly to help you claim your power back, stand in your truth and just say, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I'm tired. Or I don't want to hang out with you guys because I'd rather be home, I don't know, waxing my legs. This is what you would like to do. If this is what makes you happy, then go and do it, you know? I think a lot of you have had a history of people pleasing or giving in to other people's needs because it made you feel bad to say no. But more recently, you're standing in this Page of Swords energy and you're politely but firmly, in a very honest tone, declaring what it is you want. And the more you do so, the more you've been experiencing some sort of conflicting feelings. But I'm here to just let you know that you are on the right path to say no to certain people in your life. And all you need to do right now is to start feeling proud of how you are establishing these healthy boundaries around you. The better you will feel about your reclaimed power, the more good feelings, good experiences you're going to manifest in your environment. You're literally going to work the law of attraction, and you're going to manifest things towards you. You're going to attract a lot of things towards you. I am giving you an affirmation from the Superattractor Oracle Deck. So I do feel that in order to maximize the positivity that you attract in your life, all you need to do is be happy and proud with the boundaries you've been setting. A lot of you have some residue guilt, and it's really important to keep in mind that no, don't feel guilty. As I said, you had a lot of chaos addicts, a lot of energetic vampires around you, and you are doing excellent at defending your energy, at standing your ground, and at very clearly, and I think a lot of you are doing it very sensitive and politely, just saying, no, I can't do this right now, or no, I had enough, or I'd rather do something else. Thank you very much. Okay? So all you need to do is let go of the guilt, start feeling really good and proud of yourself, and watch as wonderful things start manifesting in your life from this renewed sense of empowerment that you're undergoing at the moment. Okay, so that was the short and sweet empowering message that I had for you. I hope this helps. I really hope that this helps you guys manifest with the new moon in Cancer energies. Bright, beautiful goals for the next 6 months. I send you so much love. Bye-bye.